The just shall live by faith. Augustine says, oh, by the way, when here Paul speaks of the righteousness of God, he's not speaking of that righteousness by which God himself is righteous. Not God's internal righteousness. But he's speaking about a righteousness that is a justitia alienum, a foreign righteousness, a righteousness he provides for people who don't have any of their own. The righteousness that God provides for you in Christ. The justice of God that covers your unjustness. Luther looked at that. He said, this word justice, the justice of God, this word that I hated in the depths of my soul, this word that struck terror into my heart every time I saw it, the righteousness of God, that's my problem. God is righteous and I am not righteous. But now I see that the gospel says that there is a righteousness of God, not that righteousness by which God himself is righteous, but that righteousness that he gives to anyone who asks it by faith in Christ. He said the meaning of that text burst into my brain and into my soul. And there, in that moment, Luther says, I was reborn. And as I understood this truth, the truth of the gospel, he says, it was as it were the doors of paradise swung open and I walked through. The just shall live by faith. Justification is by faith alone. That means justification is by the righteousness of Christ and by his righteousness alone. It's not by my righteousness. I can never be righteous enough, Luther said, to satisfy the demands of God. The only way I can be redeemed is through somebody else's righteousness, through the righteousness of Christ. That's the gospel.